Marhaban and welcome back to Arabic with Dima. In today's lesson, we will be exploring two more Arabic consonants. Kaf and Lam. As always, we will learn how to read each letter and how to write them separately and within a word. So the first one is Kaf. Ka, ka, ka. And the next one is Lam. La, la, la. Now, let's discuss the articulation of each one. First, Kaf is uttered from the back of the tongue with the soft palate, and it's very similar to the K sound in English. Now, let's practice reading with the short and long vowels. Ka, ku, ki. These are the long vowels. Now short ones. Ka, ku, ki. Alright, now the articulation of lam happens when the tip of the tongue meets the upper incisors, and it's very similar to the L sound in English. Now, let's also practice reading lam with the vowels. Let's start with the long vowels. La, lu, li. Now the short ones. La, lu, li. Let's move on to writing the letters separately. First, writing the lam. Basically, you can start with a straight line from up to down and end it with a small curve. Check out the arrows, up to down and then a small curve. This way. Just like this. Now you have to bear in mind that in a case of a medial or beginning of a word, we have to remove the curve or replace it with a straight line to the left, like this. Now kaf is just like lam, but the only difference is that we have a hamza inside. So straight line up to down and then a small curve and the hamza inside it. You can also check the arrows again. Now the hamza can be drawn this way, like half a circle and then a straight line, small straight line to the left, this way. Now also here you have to bear in mind that in cases of a medial, like if the K is in the middle of a word or at the beginning of it, we have to do it differently, which means you have to start with a slanted line to the left and then to the opposite direction and then a straight line again, this way. Now let's move to the part where we write the letter within a word. Our rule says that if there are no letters after, this means kaf and lam stay in the same shape, meaning that we don't change them. But if there are letters after, this means we need to change them, just like we did earlier. Now let's take examples to understand better. First, we will take some examples on when we don't have any letters after. So in Dik, we ended with kaf and there's nothing after it. That's why it stayed in the same shape. Same here in Asal, as lam stayed in the same shape without any changes. Now let's check some examples on when we do have some letters after. In Kub, we've started with kaf and it's followed by a waw. That's why we've changed the drawing, as you can see. Same here in Laymoon. We've started with lam and it's followed by a ya. So we've changed the drawing into 2 straight lines from up to down and then from right to left. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more and وداعاً.